Mitch.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Mitch Altmann, you are the first of our ABC member spotlights. Thanks for participating.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. So, third generation business. Tell me more about that. How did Altmann Construction come to be?
Yep. So my grandpa, Ed and Lois, they started the company 40 years ago. This is our 40th year in business from their house in Wisconsin Rapids. And then in the early 90s, they moved out to where we are now on Highway 54. We built our office in 2008. We were working out of an old house there in a shop. And then, so then my dad, he started shortly after the business was founded. And Tammy, my aunt, works there as well. And now I've been here full-time for just about 7 full years. So.
Oh, wow, that's great. So you started family business. Was it just your grandfather, and did he have any hired hands at that point, or was it just him?
Yeah, he started off pretty much by himself, and then started hiring as he could and growing the business.
Nice. So how many employees do you have now?
We've got over 40 full-time people, and then during the summers it picks up for sure. We're probably around 50 or more in the summer as well.
All right, that's great. So tell me a little bit about what it's like to work at Altmann.
Well, it's good. I obviously like it, but it's a good company. We really try and support our employees and growth opportunities and trying to make it as good of a place to work where you're excited to get up in the morning and go do something that is enjoyable.
What are some of the unique things that Altmann Construction does that they might not experience if they work for maybe a larger construction firm or work somewhere else?
Yeah, so we self-perform carpentry, masonry, concrete, and site work. So there's a lot of different areas, and a lot of our guys are cross-trained. You can be doing masonry one day and concrete the next. Okay. So that's a unique thing. You're not pigeonholed into doing concrete every day for the rest of your life. But there's a lot of flexibility that comes with that, so it's good. And if you want to specialize in something, we'll work that out as well. Where you are.
So you could either specialize, or you could, if you want to be a jack of all trades per se, you could definitely step up and do that. Good.
Or if you want to try out a couple different things, it's a good way to get your feet wet and see different opportunities and what you do enjoy.
Yeah. So where do you find staff? Because you're in the middle part of the state, so you don't have Madison or Milwaukee to pull from. How do you attract people to work at Altmann?
Yeah, it's tough for sure. So we do have a couple youth apprentices right now and a couple regular apprentices. So that's a good opportunity to develop talent. It's because it's hard to find a journeyman carpenter out there. If you know of any, have them give me a call. But so that's kind of what we're looking for. Or, referrals, different guys. Sure. We've got a number of brothers that work for us and things like that.
So tapping into family members or other people's family members, that's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's it like, so what's the school programs like up there? I mean, some areas have obviously better school apprenticeship programs or ways to get people into the trades. What are you seeing like in Stevens Point or Rapids? So we work with Spash, Rapids, and Pacelli. I believe we've talked with Assumption too, and we have actually a youth apprentice out of Spash, Pacelli, and Rapids right now. So all three of those schools have been good sources of people for us, and we've have a few people that we've hired on full time after they graduate, and hopefully continue that. But going to their career fairs and doing that and showing that this is a good opportunity for you. College might not be right for everyone. Join the trades and get started that way. And I spoke at Pacelli this year. During one of their career days. Talking about construction as an industry and all the different trades and opportunities that are out there for that. So if I were to start work at Altmann Construction, we'll pick on me. We'll pretend I'm a high school kid. Don't look at the hair or anything. If I were to come to work for you, what would it be like on my first day? How would I go about getting started, getting integrated into the team, and kind of building my reputation with you?
So we obviously start your first day. You'd come into the office and go over some safety stuff and training and a little bit of that. But after that, basically you're calling and texting probably definitely directly with Tom, scheduling you to a site and saying, all right, this is going to be your site superintendent. That's who you're going to report to. And then you're getting out there and getting into the work.
Okay. So what is training like then? So you get past that first day. Is there a mentor they're following along? How are they continuing their progress as they start to learn the trades and get involved, get proficient at what they're doing?
Mm-hmm. It depends probably, which aspect you're looking at. If you're looking at, carpentry, we'll try and pair you with a carpenter that would, mentor you a little bit along and teach you the ropes and, show you the tricks of the trade and, vice versa with the different trades. Or, maybe you're bouncing around and you're kind of following a superintendent and, taking orders directly from him on how to, get things done and what needs to happen.
Oh, cool. So now I've started with you. I've worked with you for a while. What's my future like if I continue to work with Altmann? Mm-hmm. Are you a growing company? Are you looking to kind of stay at about 40 employees? What's the opportunity that's going to be there?
Yeah, we're growing. That's definitely, or as much as we can, which is manageable. But
people,
yeah, it's hard to find guys. But so we definitely ask you if you want to do an apprenticeship program. We've got a good setup for that. We've been doing it for a long time. We pay for that and kind of get you going through that. Or if we've got guys who don't want to do that and want to just show up and work their 8 or 10 hour day and go home. So we're super flexible with that on however you want to handle it and what way
So
works best for you.
There's opportunities for growth, or there's opportunities to stay right where you want to be.
If you're done with school and you don't want to take another class ever again, that works. And if you're excited about a trade, we're certainly all for the apprenticeship programs.
Well, I'd have to imagine though that there's continuing education that has to go on because obviously technology changes, even in construction, and just to keep up on their skills, I'm assuming there's ways that you go about making sure that those employees continue some form of education, even if they don't want to go back to school, right?
Yep. So we do have a nice conference room at our office that we bring all of our guys in for at least an 8-hour training every year. And we send all the guys, all of our crew to our SuperCon event here with ABC every year. So they get, safety training that way. And we've really seen some good benefits from that. Safety is always one of the most important things, or if not the most important thing.
Excellent. So. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So what are other things you do to help make sure everyone is safe in the field?
So I am also a man of many hats, but I kind of run our safety program.
Okay.
So we do have a safety committee that meets monthly and reviews any safety incidents and if there's opportunities to improve, we certainly talk about that and making sure our PPE closet is stocked and that the guys have it in the field, and we do another in-house safety training as well. So we try and provide, the most up-to-date and, best training available for safety.
Great. So you're third generation. When you taking the reins, when you're taking over?
Well, Grandpa still comes in, so does Grandma. So
somebody's got to keep you in line.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. They and Tom, he still is working his butt off. So there will be a little bit here before I'm. Really.
Now, you're one of the third generation. Are there other third generation members involved in Altmann?
So, Tammy's son Colin is a youth apprentice.
Okay. And Tammy is who, by the way?
My aunt, Aunt Tammy. Yep. So she's my dad's brother. She'd be part of the second generation. Yeah. And then Sarah, she has worked for us in the summers a little bit, and she's Tammy's daughter. Yeah. And she's going to UW Stout for construction in the fall.
So. Oh, nice. So
we don't know. Maybe she'll
we'll have
join the team.
Yep. Yeah. Good. So as you start looking at, the third generation will eventually take over at some point. What do you see as the future for Altmann? What do you want to create for that?
Well, I want to continue with what we've built. We're a reputable construction team. We want to continue to have our repeat customers. We want to build our customer base and continue to put out the excellent work that we've done, and that's the most important thing is doing the best job we can for our customers and providing a good place to work for our crews. So
Okay, let's talk about some of that work. So you've been recognized for some of the projects you've done through ABC. Tell me about some of those projects. What are some of the things that you've worked on or are working on?
yeah, so I think last year we got a nice award for the Schmeekley Center in Point. It's an outdoor space with some restrooms and like a gathering area. They've had weddings there and stuff I've seen. It's in the Green Circle Trail in Stevens Point. It's very nice. But there's a lot of other, cool projects we're working on now, getting started on a project for like UWSP Stevens Point at their football field. It's the Gerke Park, KB Willett Ice Arena, put an addition on there and some recladding and stuff like that. So that's
Excellent.
coming up and exciting.
Sounds like a lot of fun projects.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Other than that, why'd you get involved with ABC? What are some of the benefits that ABC brings you?
So I believe we have been members since the early 1990s,
Okay.
so before I was born. But of course, I've been on the ABC membership committee now 3 or so years, and that's been really good. Tom has been on the board, I think, multiple times. Tammy was on the board and chair of the board. We've done a lot with ABC over the years. We've used their apprenticeship programs that we've talked about before. The one-call lawyer system, we've utilized that a lot. Their safety program, Dan has done a lot with us
Sure.
over there, and we see a lot of really good benefits with that.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody was asking about ABC, what's the one thing that you would tell them is the most important thing they should know for joining?
It doesn't really matter who you are or what you do. There's going to be something that ABC can help you with. If you're a smaller company, maybe you need a little HR support or a question. They're set up to help you with that. If you're a bigger company and you're growing, apprenticeship programs, there's just tons of opportunities. No matter what position you're in, there's something that they're doing that can help you out.
Excellent. Mitch, thanks for your time. I appreciate the drive down all the way from Stevens Point.
Sounds good.
Nice drive down 51. So thanks again for participating. You are number one. I can't take that away from you. So thanks again.
Thank you very much.